What's up, my tribe? We back, baby. We back, baby. What's up? I know it's been a minute. We got a lot going on in our personal life. My baby, he been working his ass off. Our baby had her molars is coming in, and it's just been a mess, honey. But we are back, and I'm back today to talk to you guys about, it's Domestic Violence Month. October is, and I just wanted to share my story, my survival story with you guys about situation that I was in with my oldest two children's father. So let's get right on into it. I met him. I was young. I was just about to graduate from high school when I met him, because he went to a different high school, and we ended up meeting at a Arby's. And I thought he was a nice guy. He was sensitive. He was nice. He didn't talk a lot, and I like that, because y'all know I talk a lot. So we kind of meshed well. Then as we started getting older and stuff, I mean, not even started getting older. As we started dating, I did notice red flags. Like, he had a problem with authority off the rip. I remember one time we went into a school or something for a basketball game or something like that, and the officer asked him to take his hat off. And he got into a whole altercation, and all he had to do was take his hat off. Can't nobody wear hats in here. That was strike number one. That's when I seen something. He got a problem with authority. Okay. And I get that. Maybe he was just angry. I mean, at the time, I was just like, it was just something to look at. I was like, okay. But before I get into the depths of that, like, my mentality at that time when I was, in my late teens, 17, 18, like, I had said something, like, I did not want to be with a drug dealer. Somebody that was really close to our family, she had got killed, and she was like she was 8 months pregnant and got shot 8 times. Just being with her fucked up baby daddy on a simple run, she wasn't even supposed to be there. So I had said, you know what, I'm not going to be dealing with none of that stuff. Because you got to think, this was like the paid in full days where everybody wanted to be the dope dealer's girlfriend looking ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to be that. It was just subsequently that the drug dealers always would look at somebody like me like, oh, she's smart and she's funny and she looks very loving. And they would want to attach themselves to that kind of energy, but they don't have that same kind of energy. And they ain't gonna change that energy, most of them. So they would always find their way towards me, but I would try, and I would block it off. But my baby's father, he would sell weed and stuff, but I knew he did other things, and his family did other things, but I didn't, I didn't know what the fuck was really going on when I was younger. I was just happy that I had a boyfriend that was my age, that didn't go to my school, and, we was kicking it, we was doing things, and I didn't think nothing about it, really. And I gotta be straight up honest. I didn't think nothing about it. He used to, we'd be taking trips to Vegas and shit for our senior trip. But just me and him, you know what I'm saying? Like, wasn't nobody doing shit like that. So I wasn't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I was still living with my parents, and we were just being kids, and we had the opportunity to do some things because of the things that he was doing. So fast forward, then, I wanted to have a baby, because at that point we had been together for like 2 years. I had graduated from high school. We moved out on our own. We got our own apartment. Our first nice apartment is beautiful. And I had a little dog, and I wanted to have a baby. So we had a baby. And then I don't know what happened after that. I think it was something going around, like drugs and shit, like wet. People used to smoke wet out here and shit in Indiana. And I think that when he was away, like making his runs and stuff, I felt like he was dibbling, dabbling in things, because he would always come home just like, and I wasn't like smoking weed and shit, so I didn't understand the up and down moods of what the hell's going on with this dude. You know what I'm saying? Me and my son will be chilling at home watching America's Best Dance Cruise while he go out and do whatever it is he doing, and he'll come home and he'll be like, I don't want my son watching that gay ass shit and all this stuff. I used to be like, dude, pipe down. Pipe down, bitch. This is fucking America's Best Dance Cruise. Jabberwockies at that time. You know what I'm saying? And he would be just always saying weird things when he would come back. So that should have been a red flag for my ass. But, you know, I'm thinking this is my first child and this is my son's father, and we gonna work this out no matter what it is. So then other things started happening. Like he started being careless in his business where, you know what I'm saying, you don't shit where you eat at. He would be gone and there would be people fucking knocking on the door and shit while this nigga's gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, where he at? And I'm like, he ain't here. If you don't see his fucking car, don't come knocking on my door. My damn kids is here. Got me fucked up. They used to be like, yo, baby mama mean. I sure the fuck am. Don't come knocking on my motherfucking door for him for nothing. If he ain't answer his phone and you don't see his car, don't come knocking on my door. But that was the weird shit that I had to deal with. I mean, even to the point where he would go and re-up and have the whole bag just on his lap like a dumbass, and we just riding through his police and stuff. He didn't ever care. This one time I knew his ass was crazy because the police pulled us over. We was literally right down the street from his house. And instead of shutting the fuck up, he actually engaged in an argument with the police like he wasn't dirty. What the fuck is wrong with you? I looked at it and I said, man, shut your ass up. Shut the fuck up, bro. Because I think his tail light was out or something stupid like that. And you ready to get in a whole altercation, you right there. That was how I was like, this nigga's crazy, man. There's something wrong with this dude. So the officer was like, you better listen to your girlfriend, dumbass. So all of those things, you know what I'm saying? Me just trying to learn how to be a good mother and a good girlfriend, because I wasn't no wife, baby mama, making sure I knew how to cook and doing all these things for somebody who, you know what I'm saying, they just out living that lifestyle. You know what I mean? So then I went to school. I went to school for dental assistant. I graduated from that, and I got a really good job downtown Indianapolis being a dental assistant. And that's something else, ladies, too. You always know when if you're in a toxic relationship and you happen to grow from something and they want to get you pregnant again or something, it's always something. You know what I'm saying? It's like, as soon as I got that job, he wanted to have another baby just to lock me in or something, I guess. I don't fucking know. But deep down, a part of me, I was like, man, I don't think this is the right time. But we did. We had my beautiful daughter. And I'm happy that both my kids is here, you know? But that's when things really, really got crazy. He had called my job one time. I mean, he was just like losing his mind. I remember one time he would, he took me to work and it took him a long time to come downstairs and shit. And I was like, why is he still upstairs? I get to work and my boss comes up to me and was like, do you know this number? And I was like, oh my God. It was my baby daddy's number. They was like, yeah, he called my wife this morning and asked why was my phone number in your purse. Check this out. So it was like Christmas. It was like, you know, you get them extra overtime for working through like Christmas Eve or something like that. And our supervisor gave everybody his card, not his number, to say if anything happens, call him and he'll come up there. That was it. You psycho. So I ended up calling, and not only did he call my supervisor, he called everybody I was working with on the line. All the women. That was I don't know why. I think I had a phone book back then. This nigga went through my whole phone book and was calling everybody. Is Erica cheating on me? Is Erica cheating on me? Is she cheating on me? She cheating on me? He had this psychosis. Here I am at home trying to take care of my kid, ain't going nowhere, ain't doing nothing, because he used to drive me around everywhere. And in my mind, I thought that was cute back in the day. Then I found out that's just controlling, you know? So you already know I'm not doing stuff. So that really made me think that this nigga was losing his fucking mind. So he called everybody on the line, all the women looking at me. Yeah, girl, he called me too. And he asked, and I'm like, oh my God. So I was so embarrassed. Like, I just went somewhere. I went in the bathroom and just started crying. I just started crying, and I called my mama. And my mama said, you getting the fuck up out that house tonight. That's what she said. Because at that point, it had got Crazy. It had got crazy. So then when I told him, like, I'm leaving, I can't deal with this no more. I can't. He was even mad at me from the way that I walked. He started saying shit like, women walk with their left leg and women start with their left leg and men start with their right leg and all this old crazy stuff. Now that I think back on, I was like, was this nigga battling, either he was on drugs or he was battling some kind of schizophrenia or something he had been hiding from me. You know what I'm saying? Because I would notice too, all he talked about was money. Money, 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 money. And don't you know, like, the people that's supposed to be your friends and so-called family will want you to stay in a situation with somebody like that just because he buys stuff, this temporary bullshit. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing was, are you going to come home tonight? Are you going to have to warm up the food? Or are you going to be there when it's hot? Hey, your son did this today. Hey, your daughter accomplished this milestone. Do you care? You know what I'm saying? It had became all he cared about was money. Like I ain't working, like we couldn't make it or something. He was obsessed with it. Obsessed. And I don't care what none of these hoes say. That's why I don't ever be tripping off no city girls or none of that bullshit. None of that. Because it ain't worth it. All that shit, especially if they not getting it the right way, it's not worth knowing if you come home. I would never be jealous of a fucking dope dealer's girlfriend. Bitch, I know what you go through. The fuck? It was times where I was at the store and a woman was like, a grown-ass woman. I'm only like 18 or 19 or something. My son, little. She's talking about, hey, little Jeff. I was like, what? Like, how you even know my son? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just craziness. Craziness. Weird stuff. When I was having a baby, when I was having my firstborn, my friend, my best friend at the time, the next day she came to the hospital to see me in the hospital, and she was like, I got something to tell you. He texted me last night while I was going through labor, my first child. He's texting my best friend talking about, I have a crush on somebody. I have a crush on somebody or whatever. Don't tell Erica. Just all these weird shit. You know what I'm saying? I was way too smart for that. And it was weird ass people that was telling me to stay with him because I had 2 kids with him. Stay with him because that's your baby daddy. I don't give a fuck, Keisha. This nigga crazy. I got to get out of here. I got to get my babies up out of here. The last straw for me was when he came home. He was angry about something. I think he was out gambling or doing something fucking weird. And we got into an argument. And we was in the hallway of the apartments. We was in the hallway. Because I was trying to leave with my daughter. Because my son wasn't there. He was over at my mother's house. I was trying to leave with my daughter. And she was only like 4 months or something at the time. This nigga snatches my daughter away from me, like yanks her. Runs into the damn apartment and locks the door. I'm banging on the door, motherfucker, get what the fuck you doing? You know, I just flipped out. I called the police because I didn't know what the fuck this nigga would do with my baby in there. That was the last and final straw for me. You know what I'm saying? Just all the all the shit that, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna harm me or my child. He never put his hands on me as far as like punch me in the face. But that nigga would slam me up against the wall. That nigga would take my phone, break it. And I can see if I was giving him reason to do this shit, honestly. But I wasn't. The motherfucker was really losing his mind. That's why I was like, was this nigga on drugs or what? I remember he started like losing patches of his hair and shit. And that was, I never wanted that. All I ever wanted was a happy, beautiful family. And I'm so glad that God has blessed me. You know what I'm saying? To have a wonderful husband out of all this shit. To end up getting the pot of gold at the end. You know what I'm saying? For real. Because I couldn't see myself going through that shit. Just to say that I'm with my baby daddy. Or I'm with the man I had 2 kids by. It's not worth it to me. It's not worth it. Your kids don't want it. You know, we used to be so happy when he left. Every single time he left, every single time he left, we were so happy, you know? And that's when I knew. I was like, we can be like this all the time, kids. We can be like this all the time. Let's get the fuck away from him. And to this day, he do not see his kids. It was a point where he was seeing his kids, and then he had got drunk, and the girlfriend called me and said, hey, my daughter said, I want to go home. You know what I'm saying? I want to go home now. And the lady brought my kids back, and my son came home like Trey from damn Boys in the Hood, punching the air and shit. I don't never want to see him again. And, you know, he was just too much. And since then, he has not seen his kids. He pays his child support. That's about it. But nope, I mean, he don't see them. And I'm just so thankful and he don't want to. He don't call them on their birthdays. He don't wish them a Merry Christmas. He don't do shit but pay child support. And I can talk about this nigga because you not shit. You not shit. And all that stuff that, you know what I'm saying, that my kids, they probably hold on and feel inside. Those are things that I ain't gonna never even know how that feels. I'm sorry. Because I always had my father. You know what I'm saying? My dad was always there to navigate me through things. I don't know how it feels to not have your father there. So I can't relate to my kids on that level, and that part hurts. But because I know that they're going to go through things, and I didn't want that for them. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Or I ain't know I was gonna get into all of that. I'm sorry, y'all, but shoot. Okay, I'm good. It just hurts, you know, because I can't relate to them on that level. But I thank the Lord so much for my husband, that he's a good dad, and he's a good dad to his kids as well. You know what I'm saying? And he understands family and love. And he gives that love that they need. You know what I'm saying? And he's a stand-up guy. And I thank the Lord for that. Through all of that, I was able to find somebody who loved me for me. Not just the way that I look, or not just, you know what I'm saying? All this shit. He really loves me for me. And that's my survival story with that. Because I done got, emotional. You just hate to see your kids. You like, you know your daughter, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe not. But it's hard to think that you made those decisions to be with that person. You. And now these children that you created have to deal with that internally. They may not show it. You know what I'm saying? You know how teenagers are. I don't care. But it come out eventually that they do care. So I'm going to be there for mine. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you do need to chop it up with your kids every now and then. And I have. You know, my son, he's gotten to the point like, I don't care, man, you know. Because he's 16. My daughter, she says she don't care either. But, you know, it's just good to see where their mind is and ask them questions about things, you know, just to see where they are with it. But, you know what I'm saying? Domestic violence, it comes in all shapes and forms. You know, everybody haven't been, you know, might not been physical abuse. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different categories of abuse, you know? So for me, I'm just glad that I'm able to talk like this and not still sitting around trying to be with somebody just because I had 2 kids by him. Like that make you look some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? No. I had to do what's best for me and my children. And that's my story about that. I'm going to come back tomorrow for the rest of this week. I got a lot of topics to talk about this week. But until next time, y'all, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Call your people, check on them, tell them you love them. You know, you never know what somebody might be going through, straight up. But I love you, my tribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.